Hello there. Today's video. Today's video. In this life, you're gonna go through all types of feelings, emotions, thoughts. And it is up to you to choose whether you want to attach yourself to these thoughts, feelings, and emotions, regardless of the routines that have binded you to these thoughts, feelings, and emotions. The legacy, the epigenetics, the DNA coding. It is still up to you whether or not you choose to follow down this predetermined path for yourself based off of your parents, based off of where you come from, based off of just a lot of factors that in this moment might feel like you have no control over. There's always a choice. That's out. So, today's video. I said I was gonna do a video on the two eyes. You got your index finger, you got your pinky finger. Two eyes. What I mean by that is, let's take this for instance. And I don't want to just, because all the hands, everything is important. But you got you got the uppercase I, you got the lowercase I. But these two eyes, when we say I, it's almost like a singular. You're singling yourself out, correct? You are identifying and representing that you are moving in independence. Independence start with an I. You are moving in, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of words that start with I. Isolation, independence. An idiot. Like, these are words that represent you moving by yourself. You moving in a way where you are representing that you are your own identity and entity. Now, in a previous video, I expressed that the little I to me would be the I that does not acknowledge the collective or the group. I am in a community. In this community, we all affect each other. So I could either become a robber, a killer, do a lot of things that just represent self-gain, that just represent me and me alone. Whereas the uppercase I would represent, and you know what, to be honest with you, you can switch it however you like, to be honest, because actually you could say the uppercase I is actually you representing you and yourself more than anyone else, where the lowercase I would actually be you submitting to the laws, rules, and conditions of other people around you. This is just my expression of how I'm, explaining these two concepts. So one I is thinking about the collective. Well, if I steal from him, that might mean his kids might go without, which might turn them into robbers. And those robbers might look at me and the people I care about, and some chaotic things and some negative things might happen. This is the domino effect of when we just think about ourselves. Another one form of the I, whether it's uppercase or lowercase, it don't matter. While the other form of the I is, well, I know I need this. How can I get what I need and not have to affect the people around me in a negative way? That to me would be the uppercase I. How can I be more of a benefit to my community, but also to myself too? So now that we've gotten out the way, let's explain the symptoms. Let's explain the symptoms of you moving in a manner that only represents self. Mentally, scientifically, factually, I don't even know that's a word, but we all know everything is connected. Everything. So, when you're moving in a way that only represents self, you are accepting the symptoms of splitting oneself. Now, what do I mean by that? The thief knows that stealing is bad. Matter of fact, any negative action, 9 times out of 10, you low-key know that there can be consequences for these actions. So the I that is thinking in solidarity, that is only thinking of itself and doesn't care about affecting the network and the connection that we all have towards each other, you can create a lot of issues and problems. And what would be these issues and problems? When you're moving in authenticity, truth, and honesty, there is a peace that comes with that wholeness. There is a level of peace that comes with you knowing that I am working with the connection that we all have with each other. Because the problem a lot of times with moving in a way that's not conducive or not good for the people around you is that there can become a lot of multiple personalities that can come forth through you now having to split yourself. Because now I have to lie. Now I have to come up with a multitude of thoughts, feelings, and emotions to deal with the breaking of this network and this connection that I created. You know, you got a husband, a wife, and kids. The husband or the wife cheats. Now that emotion, now that feeling, now that comfort of when you was with your family, before the cheating, before you was doing anything bad, before you was moving in dishonesty, there was a level of peace, there was a level of comfort that you got because you knew everything was whole. Ain't no need to lie. Ain't no need to do none of that. There's a certain peace and comfort that comes from that I can't really even explain at this moment. But I think I can actually. I can't explain it, but I'm not going to explain it right now. Whereas the person who's, behind the scenes cheating, behind the scenes doing this and that, you're not ever really at peace. You're never really in a state of oneness or in a state of wholeness because you're constantly predicting and trying to control the outcome. Because you know what you did was bad. So now, your family might give you Best Dad of the Year award, but deep down you know you've been cheating for a year. So now the feelings and the peace you might have gotten from that in the past, now you're feeling bad. Now you're feeling saddened about what you did because you've split the connection. And we all can sense this. It's no different than if you've ever been in a relationship or just anything. Even to the moms right now, you kind of y'all got that intuition, that feeling, parents, where you kind of know something ain't right. My kid just did some shit and they not telling me. We can all feel each other's emotions, thoughts, and vibrations. And because we live in a society, in a world where there's not certain terms or certain explanations for certain feelings, thoughts, and emotions, we just think I'm just feeling upset or something is off. And it's really no, there's something around us, depending on the situation, that is affecting the peace, affecting the wholeness of what it's supposed to be. Symptoms of the I in a negative way. Whereas another form of the I would be, I know I got to come back home to my family. I know I got to answer to my family at the end of the day. I'm not going to do certain things that disrupt that connection that we have. And this doesn't, and so when I'm with my family, I get to really savor in that peace. I get to really savor in that wholeness because I know at the end of the day, I am my individual self, but I am playing my part in the whole. So I get to really enjoy when my kids really look up to me. I get to really enjoy when my wife tells me she loves me and not feel guilty or not feel bad about it. That's me working in a positive way with my I. And it doesn't even have to be family. You can even relate this to yourself. Damn, I said yes to that when I really didn't want to. Now the disruption of thoughts, feelings, emotions is about to arise. Oh, now I gotta do this. Oh, did I really want to do that? We know where the mind can go. We know what happens when just certain decisions and actions is made that puts the mind in a very manic state. Because once you open one door, you open another door. Once you open that door, you open another door. And depending on the first door that you open and the vibration of that, if you're just sitting, if I was just to sit with myself and the first thing I start thinking of is negative things, 9 times out of 10, if I don't know how to get myself out that negative loop, I'm just going to continuously be thinking about negative things. Whereas I move my first thought, feelings, actions off of my highest good, positivity, then 9 times out of 10, my thoughts are going to keep that momentum up. Now, there's going to be things that arise in life that will shake that shit up. But it is up to you to continue that momentum. We even learn this when we're young. You know, a lot of times when we're adolescents, when we're teenagers, we're moving more off of a independent me type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who we are, how we grow, things like that. But a lot of times when you're young, you're moving off of yourself. And as you get older, you realize the importance of, you know, community. You realize the importance of friendship, companionship, relationship, things like that. So it's a balance. Not being too much of the I where I'm too selfish, but being the balanced I to where, hey, I got love for you, so I'm going to be authentic and let you know I'm not going with that. That's me honoring myself and honoring you because I know this is a network and I don't want to play a false part in your life. I don't want to lie. Y'all be easy, man. Much love. Peace.